Hey YouTubers, thanks for checking into the video today. Today's lure review is going to be on my first ever SPYBAIT style lure. It is the Duo Realis Spinbait 80. Alright, so it's 80 millimeters long from its tail to its head there. 80 millimeters equals to about 3 1/8 of an inch. Okay, the weight is 9.4 grams, okay, because it is a Japanese brand. They do measure in grams there, so it's precisely 9.4 grams. But it equals to approximately, okay, 3/8 of an ounce, okay? So 9.4 equals to about 3/8 of an ounce. It is a sinking style lure. Alright, so what spy baiting is really about is they're quite smaller lures. They're not like Magnum in any way at all. They're very, it's very thin, elongated. It's not a heavy lure, but for its size, it's not a bad weight at 9.4 grams. It does have these massive weights in there, ballasts in there, alright, that create a absolutely awesome horizontal shimmy on its way down there. Okay, so the body design helps out with the shimming, and it does it really, really well on the way down. So you cast it and wait for it to go down, and then you just slowly retrieve it. That's all you do. You just slowly retrieve it, and that's how you fish it. As you're retrieving it, these props are going to spin. There's two of them there. One's going to spin one way, the other's going to spin the other, helping you keep this bait in a straight line as you're retrieving it as well. And those props will create somewhat of a disturbance, maybe a bit of flash, yeah, a bit of like vibrations in the water there. It's a very finesse bait, guys. Spy baiting in general is very finesse. It's got slightly, it's not like they aren't big hooks on them, but for the size of the bait, they're pretty large hooks. So yeah, they're pretty cool. But yeah, spy baiting's been around for a while now in Japan, and it's really been popular there, and it's unique to other ways of fishing, and it's quite a successful way of fishing. And so certainly in the US, it's caught on, and it's become very, very popular over in the States there. And I know a lot of those guys that are in those professional bass fishing tournaments and whatnot have done well with them as well. But it's very, very popular there at the moment. Now, physically, let's talk about this bait. You're going to be getting a line tie without a split ring at all. So attach, if you can, attach the line to it directly on there. Use the lightest line as possible. This is a very finesse style way of fishing. It's a very patient way of fishing, and it can be really frustrating because you got to have a lot of patience, guys, and you'll find out if you want to sort of spy bait properly, really. Yeah, and then you're moving on to those that prop there. So that's what it sort of looks like. And then just behind that prop is a little disc that helps with something for the prop to sort of spin against, like that. Okay, moving on to like 3D gills over there, 3D eyes, bit of raised eyebrows there. You're going to be getting etched scales all along there. You can see a little bit of a lateral line there. On top of that lateral line, just like a lot of your baits, you're going to have that diamond-shaped etched scaling there, and these near vertical lines on the bottom. Alright, moving on to the back, you're going to be getting that second prop, tail prop there, and then another one of those little metal discs there to help out with it being able to spin freely and not, I suppose, catch on to anything else. But yeah. Alright, and then obviously your hook as well, your treble at the back there. This particular color here is called the Ghost Gill. There is a prism gill version of this that is not ghost, it's not opaque. It's more holographic and more like of a foil design. This is more of a natural looking design. This is certainly made for more clear water, I reckon, more clearer conditions. It does have a very nice pearlescent body. Like I find a lot of like your Japanese made lures, they put real detail into the paint. Like if you have a close look at the paint, it's not just like a normal sort of like paint. Like with this particular one, it's like a white pearl with like this purplish lilac pearl that sprayed through it. Okay, so it's an actual pearl paint job. Okay, and then it's got like your orange throat there. What I did do, guys, if you're wondering, if you ever buy one of these and wondering why I've got bleeding gills, is because simply I've actually gotten a very fine tip permanent red marker, and I've marked those gills to give it a just give it that slightly bleeding gills look. You know, like a lot of fish, like, yeah, when they're a bit worried or when they're is in stress or not feeling so well, they're going to be pumping their gills out like that, those gill plates, and exposing those red gills. Alright, so yeah, I've just drawn them on, guys. It's a thing I like to do with a lot of my baits. It doesn't, yeah, it's just a thing that I do. Anyways, okay, so you got a bit of information on there. It does say duo, sorry, it doesn't say duo, it says Realis Spinbait 80. Alright, and like I said, it is the ghost gill, and like I said before, you got your two sort of metal weights in there, ballast weights that are perfectly, like this bait's been perfectly designed to sit perfectly horizontally and shimmy down like that really, really well. Oh, one thing, guys, is that on Tackle Warehouse, it doesn't say anything about it being like silent or not silent, but I did read somewhere that those weights are supposedly fixed and they just sort of sit in there, but they don't, because I've had a look through this, and listen to this. That's those two metal bits there just bumping back and forth and hitting those plastic the plastic walls there. Alright, so it does make a little bit of noise, but the way that you should be retrieving it, I don't feel that it's going to be, like, even if it's shimmying down or even if it's doing this while you're retrieving it, like you can hear there's no like vibration of those two metal bits in there. Okay, so it's pretty much near, you know, silent bait. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos in the future. Hit the like button if you like the video, and yeah, I'll catch you around next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.